Now we're going to continue with the gusset. I've just got out these socks just to show you what the completed one looks like. So this is your heel flap, which is this, with your little turn of the heel, which is that little triangle there. We're now going to pick up stitches on the side, knit across, pick up stitches on the side. I hope it will become clearer as we go along. So I'm going to use my different color again. I think it also will be easier for you to see what we're going to do. So if I look at my pattern, my paper pattern, it clearly states needle 1. Remember, you put those stitch markers in here to remind yourself which one is needle 1, which one is needle 2. So we're working on the right side on needle 1. So what we're going to be doing is we are new wool, pull that last stitch tight. Okay, we are going to slip the first stitch. Hope I'm in camera. Yep. And we're going to knit 17. I just realized I'm doing this with the wool in my left hand. Sorry, that's just habit. But it's just plain straightforward knit. You can do it. Whichever way you hold the wool, this is the way it's going to be. So when it says knit 17, that should be all the stitches on the needle. Let's hope I got that right. Let's double check. So slip 1, which is that one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Now, this is needle 1, remember. We continue with needle 1, and we're now going to pick up 16 stitches or 15 stitches on the edge of the heel flap, like you've picked up stitches on shoulders and necklines and things, and then just one extra one in the little corner of the gusset. So I'll do it with the wool in my right hand to maybe make it a bit easier for you. So same needle, do not change needles. So here we go. These stitches are actually quite easy to see. Make sure you don't go into the single strand. Go under both strands of the stitch. Go round, 1. Go round, 2. And continue until you've got 15 stitches on that needle. I've now picked up my 15 stitches on the side of my heel flap, and I'm now just going to pick up one extra in the corner, plus minus more or less wherever you think. Don't do it in there because you're going to end up with a hole. So maybe just go that little bit deeper. Again, making sure you've got 2 strands, and just pick up your last stitch there. This will be your last stitch on needle 1. You're now going to continue with needle 2. So this is the top of your foot, if that makes sense. And you're going to just knit these straight forward all the way to the end. And I'll be back with the pickup on the other side. Right, I've knitted all my stitches on needle 2. No pickups, no increases, decreases, just straight forward. So now I need to pick up on my spare needle, I need to pick up the stitches on the heel flap here. Again, starting off, it's 15 stitches plus 1 in the gusset. Let me just turn this around. So there we go. I've got my 1 stitch there on the gusset. What am I doing? There we go. And then 15 stitches all the way along the edge of the heel flap. I have now picked up all my 15 stitches plus the 1 in the corner. So I know this is over 2 needles, it looks like it, but all these stitches, heel flap, bottom of the heel, heel flap, these are all stitches on needle 1. Just make sure that these are the ones that you're going to be decreasing. These on needle 2 stay exactly the same, no decreases, nothing. It's just over here and over there. So we are in the middle of needle 1. What we're going to do is we're now going to place our beginning stroke end of round marker over here, because this is going to become important that we know where we are. So you will have 50 stitches on needle 1 and 32 stitches on needle 2. So now we start our decreases. Make sure I've got the correct end of the yarn. There we go. So needle 1, we're going to knit 18. So that's all stitches continuing that we've got on that needle. My first stitch is obviously a little bit loose because I've started the new yarn. So I'm going to knit 1, 2, 3, all the way till I've knitted 18 stitches. I have knitted my 18 stitches from my beginning of marker all the way. I am now going to knit the stitches that I picked up. So 14 of those, but I'm going to knit them through the back loop just to make them that little bit tighter. You've done this before, I'm sure. So going into the back of the stitch and knitting up. Yes, of course you've done it before because you did the 1 by 1 rib like that, didn't you? So all the way down. So make sure you are going to be doing 14 stitches through the back loop. I have knitted my 14 stitches through the back loop. I've got 2 stitches left and I'm going to knit those 2 together. You don't have to do those through the back loop, that's fine. So I'm just knitting them together. That's my first decrease. Now, this is needle 2. You're going to knit all the stitches across, no decreases whatsoever. I have knitted all my stitches on needle 2. So I'm back onto needle 1. Remember, this is the long one for now because we're doing all the decreases. And I start with a decrease because you're in that corner there and that's where you want your decreases to be. So what we're going to do is SK, slip knitwise, and then knit them off through the back loop. There we go. That didn't look right. Do make sure that you actually tug this one nice and tight because that's in the corner and you don't want to end up with a hole there. Even if you do, it's not the end of the world. We can always fix that later. So we've done the SSK, slip knit, so our first decrease on this side. Now we left with these stitches that we've picked up. On my heel flap, I always have one side looser than the other. I'm not quite sure how to improve on that. I'm working on it, but don't worry about it. But this side to me is always looser. So definitely make sure that until the end of the round, you make sure that you knit all of these. So it's 14 stitches through the back loop because that will twist the stitch and make it that little bit tighter. So just remember nicely through the back loop all the way till your marker. So I'm back at the beginning of round. I've done all of those through the back loop. I'm now make sure you mark off your lists, your rows that you've done. So I've done my decrease round, which is round 2 on my pattern. Round 3, you're going to knit all the stitches as they are, all the way on needle 1 and all the way on needle 2, all the way around to the marker. Then round 4, you're going to be doing the decreases as we've done on the first round. Hope it works out for you. So proud of you. You've got so far. Brilliant.